Matt, welcome to the Sticker Book Challenge. In front of you, you've got your very own sticker page with some big questions from your football career. All you've got to do is choose your favourite sticker from each to pop down on the board. Ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, first up then we've got swap. So we want to know which teammate's ability you would swap with one of yours.
Okay. So we got Ryan Ait-Nouri's flair, Agbadou's strength, Emmanuel Agbadou's strength, Hwang's speed. Don't know if I'll be going for that one. Strand Larsen's heading. I head the ball better than him. Won't be going for that one.
Okay, straight away you've dismissed two of them, so you reckon you're already better at that than him?
Yeah, like tongue in cheek, maybe we'd have a good heading competition.
But you'd win?
I'd like to think so, yeah.
Okay.
Hwang is obviously fast, but there is faster in the squad.
Who?
Forbes.
Okay.
Cunha maybe. Nelson.
Poor guy's getting ruined already.
I know, and he's like the nicest guy ever. Sorry.
Okay, talk me through them. Which of these two are you going for?
Agba is obviously strong, but I'm very strong myself. But like his flair, like some of the things he does in games. But there's times in training where you're like in boxes and you don't even want to. You're like walking with your legs closed. You don't even want to go near him. So his flair for sure, I would swap.
What is it then? Just for the footwork, the footwork, the close control.
How he gets. When we played Liverpool away, and when I watched it back, you could hear like Jamie Carragher go on about the footwork he had, and this was like 80 minutes in, so he's obviously been watching it the whole game. It was just unbelievable. So to see some of the things that he would see, would be unbelievable.
Into your first spot, you can pop that one down.
That's a swap, yeah. I used to collect Premier League sticker books, man, so this is like fun.
Did you?
Yeah.
Next up then, we've got Irish icons. There's some pretty iconic players in here, but we want to know who you think is the most iconic to have played for the national team.
Ireland's assistant manager, John O'Shea. Well, Niall Quinn, he got the flick on, I think, for that Robbie Keane goal against Germany in the World Cup. I remember everybody, we were all in the living room watching that. And Robbie Keane, leading goal scorer for Ireland. And we have Roy Keane.
Encyclopedia of knowledge there. First of all though, congratulations, 50 caps for your country. How proud does that make you? Yeah,
very proud. Look, I've never been to a tournament, so you don't get those extra games, so I guess it would be slightly harder to get your caps up, but yeah, to be needed 50 times to represent your country, I suppose, is something closer I got, the more I wanted. And now that I got it, like 50, it is pretty nice. It does feel good.
Is that the dream, the tournament?
Yeah, I'd love to go to a tournament. There's obviously America next summer. We'll know by the end of November if we're going or not. And so either we're going or not, and then it could make me make a decision whether I continue international football or not. So so it's going to be a pretty important campaign for me personally. I do know my answer already, so.
Okay, talk me through them then.
Yeah, so we have John, who's the assistant, obviously. I think he's got over 100 caps. Just can play centre back, can play left back, right back. Yeah, got a lot of respect for John, a lot of time for John. Niall Quinn, I just told you at that iconic moment when we were all in the living room jumping up, and you just see like your parents just reacting in ways you never thought you'd see them for a goal. So that was
more than anything they've celebrated.
He didn't even score the goal. Celebrating a flick on here. But this is the one here, Robbie Keane, like Ireland's all-time leading goal scorer, and he's doing pretty well in management now, I think, as well. So this guy is the most iconic.
He's the one going into your second spot?
Yeah. There we go.
Next up then, we've got dream partner. So out of these iconic defenders, who would you most like to play alongside?
We got Van Dijk, Virgil van Dijk. I am half Dutch also. If anyone who didn't know that, my mother is Dutch.
You could have played for them, couldn't you?
Well, qualified, yeah. Qualified. Rio Ferdinand. John Terry, great golfer. Chelsea legend. And Bayern Munich manager, Vincent Kompany.
Would it be too harsh if we asked you to rank them? Not in terms of who you think is best, but who you'd most like to play alongside. Should we go first to last?
You just feel like you're offending people, don't you, when you actually have to like
think about who
would go. But
okay, narrow it down to two then, if you don't want to rank them all.
I would not select that. I don't know. I just like the others game probably a little bit better. And when I was growing up, I know I played for Tottenham, but I was an Arsenal fan always growing up, and they were that was United and Arsenal at the time, and he played. So I never
got
like
that connection.
Yeah. I'll probably put him. This is a bit of a tough one. Him there because it's just the level of the other two is just like Van Dijk is still playing and he's just an unbelievable player. But for me, it just has to be John Terry.
Why would you have liked to play alongside him?
You know what? Because obviously because of how much of a great leader he was, but his left foot and right foot passing, left foot diagonals, not even on a strong foot, other side of the pitch, I remember to this day. So that type of ability and talent to do that on top of his leadership skills and his golf game, and I'm a golfer, this guy is going in.
All-rounder, footballer and golfer, he is going into your
JT.
dream partnership spot.
There we go.
Okay, then next up we've got toughest positions. You've played in a few different positions on the pitch.
Yeah.
We want to know which of these you have found the toughest.
So we got left back on the Bournemouth last season, I think it was. Right back on the goal and assist in Gibraltar. And centre back at some point this season. Right midfield, yeah. Right midfield. I have played there at times, yeah, for Ireland. I played right midfield a lot growing up also. I wouldn't necessarily want to do that now, no, because you have to be fast.
Not interested in that anymore.
I'm not interested in trying to run fast past people at the moment.
Let's talk about this season, because new managers come in, you've slightly changed position. How have you found that? Has it given you a new sort of lease of life?
Big new lease of life. Absolutely love it there. Shout out to him for seeing that vision. I couldn't be happier to do it. Leave the lads to ahead of me to go and try and win the game for us. And I'm absolutely loving that position, and couldn't be happier to play there. You're always getting loads of touches of the ball. You feel like you're in the game all the time, and I'm really enjoying it.
So big credit to the new manager
Yeah.
for that one. In terms of the toughest one, then
right back is the toughest. It's one of the full-back positions, but probably right back, because I know people say, oh, right back's the easiest position on the pitch at times, but no, it's not, because you have to play against the left winger, who usually on most teams is probably the best player, probably the fastest player, probably the trickiest player. So I know a lot of people say that full-back is easy, but not when you have to play against all these Premier League wingers week in, week out. So it's obviously one of the full-back positions, but obviously I play right back a lot more. So yeah, definitely that right back, you're playing against the best player almost every time.
right back then can go into your fourth spot. Do you like being described as versatile? I feel like some players like it and some find it a bit offensive.
Yeah, but I like being versatile because it can get you in the team somewhere.
Finally then, we've got top teammates. You've played with some incredible players during your career, but which of these would you say is the most talented? It's going to be a difficult one.
Ooh, the most talented. First we've got Heung-min Son, currently playing with Matheus Cunha. Antoine Griezmann had 6 months in Spain where he was a teammate, incredibly talented. And obviously my good friend Harry Kane here, who's also a very good golfer, which always helps your case in this.
Let's talk through your time then. Tottenham, how do you reflect on that now? You said earlier about being an Arsenal fan, and you have probably one of the most iconic signing videos. Before signing videos were really a big thing.
I loved it there. What a place to work. A bit shorter than obviously that I had anticipated or would have dreamt of. Obviously Harry and Eric, who are close friends of mine still now, so we've got friends for life out of it. I do obviously wish it went better than it did, because if it did, you'd maybe still be there or whatever. So yeah, it's a slight regret that I wasn't able to perform the way I did previously. Just wish it maybe lasted a little bit longer.
What was it like working with these two? Because they were probably at the peak of their powers, weren't they, as a combination while you were there?
Well, they just hit the ball differently to everybody else, and Gareth was the same when he was there. So them three just had different quality completely when they struck the ball, and it was noticeable.
Let's talk about your time here then.
Yeah.
What was that like as an experience being in Madrid?
When it came up, I actually didn't necessarily want to do it because it was so late and not much information at the time, and but then at the same time in the back of my head I was like, I can't say it's too big an opportunity to say no to. Like I tried to not live with any regrets, and I probably would have regretted not giving that a go. But yeah, like he is, like when a player just has time on the ball when no one else has time on the ball, that's exactly what it is. He's seen
Makes
past.
it look easy.
Yes.
Okay, finally then, current teammate, of course.
Yeah.
What's he been like when there's so much hype around him at the moment in particular, isn't there?
Sometimes it takes you to move away from a place to find your, just find yourself, to realise what you need to do, maybe to get back to a place. Because he should be playing week in, week out for them, for Atletico Madrid. Do you know what I mean? For whatever reason, that's not the case. But I'm pretty sure that he's going to be playing at the highest level imaginable with Champions League, stuff like that, pretty soon. So
it's a huge potential.
Yeah, huge potential. And the thing with this list is they're all unbelievable guys. See, I think it's gone out of football almost. There's not many like egos or like bad energy around changing rooms anymore. Everybody's all on the same track, all trying to achieve the same thing. So yeah, there's just a lot of good guys around now.
So 4 good guys, 4 incredible players. Who would you put into that spot for the top teammate you've played with?
It's got to be Harry, because that period under Antonio, I say at the time he had a better passing range than De Bruyne at the time. Some of the things that he was able to do, he was scoring, assisting. Him and Sonny were just, I mean, we didn't win anything, but they were just doing incredible things. And probably a little bit biased because he's a friend, but yeah, Harry Kane is going in as top teammate.
Right then, that completes your board. There is one final sticker to go down. Take that out and show us.
Okay, let's go.
That's it. No choices.
Oh, it's just me, yeah.
Happy with the photo there?
Yeah, I still have my summer look there.
What's the summer look?
Just the goatee and the shorter hair.
Oh, not full beard.
No, because I like to maximise the sun and try and get as tan as possible.
Matt, thanks so much for joining us today. Best of luck for the rest of the season. And
Thank you.
Was the Sticker Book Challenge with Matt Doherty.